We're going to jump right in and start the slides. But again, the name of the company is Sharper Minds Plus, and they're introducing a new division, which is called FX AutoSignals. So we're going to kind of cover what we're doing here today and what we're going to show you. It's our pleasure. I have my friend, again, I mentioned Sheila McNeil on the phone with us, and she's going to come in and talk about the comp plan because that's kind of her baby. And it's if not the best, it's in the top 2 that I've ever seen in terms of having all the pieces. So we're going to talk about being at the very beginning of not a new company, but a new part of a new company. A pay plan that offers 6 ways to get paid, an Infinity Fast Start coded bonus. Some of you know what that means and just got excited and got chills up your spine. Some of you have no clue. Free binary pre-enrollment position, $89 to get started and $69 a month for the subscription to get the signals to make a lot of money in your account that you privately own. Industry is only 30%, 50-50 binary. Sheila will cover that. And 5 generations of matching bonuses. So it's very, very exciting the way the company's set up. But at the heart and soul of the company begins with a great company and great leadership. This is not a new company, like I mentioned. This is a company, Sharper Minds Plus LLC, is a North Carolina LLC that was founded in May of 2014 and soft launched in June of last year. The parent company, though, New Choice International, was founded back in 2002, and this is not a new company. Very big, very established, very reputable people running it. FX AutoSignals is a new division of that company that launches, well, tomorrow. We're going to say tomorrow because they're insisting that it's going to be tomorrow. I've been around a while, and that actually might happen tomorrow. But I'll let Sheila comment a little bit on that. But we're cautiously optimistic that it is going to launch tomorrow. That's why another reason I'm doing this right now today. John Edwards is the CEO, and his wife and co-founder Catherine Edwards as the president. Elisa Towns is the marketing director. I can give you all this, and these exact slides are actually available to you to see anytime you'd like. But the executive team collectively has over 50 years of direct and network marketing experience and has produced over 50 million in annual sales internationally. Has a full-time staff at their California headquarters. They're headquartered in the Bay Area in California, just 2 or 3 hours from where I live in Lake Tahoe. And toll-free customer support available Monday through Friday. All the pieces, folks, of every part you'd want to have, this company has it. That's why I'm so excited here at the beginning to really head up the thing, get it going. It has legal and medical advisors in place for compliance and established merchant accounts. This is something I've talked to Sheila a lot about, but I've been with many companies that told me they can handle it, right? Are you sure you can handle this if we bring a lot of people? Yeah, we're all geared up. We got servers in the other room. I heard it all, folks. We buried 3 companies with people. This one's going to do the same thing. But they have absolutely got in place and have alerted the merchant services about the upcoming big volume spike that's going to happen when you see what is happening here. Now, most everybody likes to make money. But 100% of the people like to make money without having to recruit. So if you're a recruiter even a little bit, or if you're not, or if you're a big recruiter, like I think I am, but pre-enrollment member, it's like a trial binary position. That's very rare. Free replicating website with back office and reporting. Low 89 startup because it's 20 bucks one time and then 69 a month. 7-day 100% money back guarantee on subscription fee. Get this, iPayout International e-wallet in place to process millions of dollars in, dollars out, accepts payment via Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and e-check. You can actually use a check to sign up with this company. Multi-million-dollar earning executive and management team, solid financial backing for long-term stability. These are things you may or may not have heard before, but folks, trust me, I've been around a while, and so is Sheila, and we look for things like this when we're thinking about going all out into something. 24/7 web-based e-ticket support system. How about that? Available internationally. All in iPayout approved countries, which is most all of them. Commissions paid every Friday via check or direct deposit. Live conference calls and webinars throughout the week, and we also have an expanding line of health and wellness products that a lot of people said, boy, if I had some money, I'd buy those products. They're great, things like that, especially the ones we're going to come out with that are new. But I'm telling you, if you make people money, folks, they'll follow you anywhere. They'll do whatever you tell them to do. They'll jump into the next deal because they have the money. So just wait till you see. I'm getting a little jacked up here, and I don't normally do that, but this is very, very exciting what's going on. We have to show this. It's a U.S. government required disclaimers. We're not here to manage Forex accounts, blah, blah, blah. You've seen legal and tax advice disclaimers, financial advice disclaimers. You know the deal. So here's my favorite slide of the first third of the presentation. Okay, what if there was a legitimate way to automatically, that's the key word, tap into the 5.3 trillion daily Forex market without ever having to personally trade? Boy, did that light up some people. They go, I just don't want to learn all that stuff. Now some do, but most people say, I just want to turn it on and forget about it and make money. I just want to go in there every couple of days or every couple hours, like some of us do, and see how much you're making, right? And what if your MT4 broker account, that's many brokers you can set up that connect to this service, could be traded auto-traded via a trade copier service that made over 500% his first 9 months. Now, what does that mean? It means that there's a master trader executing trades. They immediately also execute immediately and duplicate into your own private personal account that, by the way, you control. You can take money out when you want of your private account. You can go in and trade yourself if you want. You can turn off the auto trader. You can turn it back on. You do whatever you want. We're going to cover that in a minute. So it can be auto traded. What if it's best if it took up to 15 minutes one time and you had full control over your account? See, this is not like you're turning your money over somewhere and you don't really know where it is or you can't get to it that quick. This is your own personal account that a trader is executing trades and they're copying right into your own private account immediately, instantaneously. And what if the service only costs $89 initially and $69 a month? Folks, everybody can afford that. Now, I didn't tell Sheila this, but I'm really working hard through my financial planning connections and stuff to be able to get IRA money into these things. In other words, qualified plan, self-directed IRA type stuff. So that's something we're going to talk about down the road in a not too distant future. But people said, no, wait a minute. You mean I can get a Roth IRA or a 401k? Well, we're working on that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to set that up through a intermediary type of a self-directed company. I have 3 of them in mind I've dealt with for a long time. So why the Forex market? I think you know this. Some of you that trade know the advantages of this. It's the largest, most liquid market in the world. Now, some of you, depends on what part of the country, and I know I have one person here on from England, but you can open up these accounts with many different brokers that connect to the copier for as little as $200 to get started. So you can see that right here. So you know a lot about Forex. So most of you do. Some of you are on this thing because you heard how much you can make in this thing a month without having to do anything or learning anything, and that's really the key to a lot of this. Now, this you've seen before. Again, more advantages of the Forex market, but this is a big one down here. Forex offers unique tax advantages versus trading securities. U.S. traders can file the 6781, which is an IRS form, which allows ordinary loss treatment and lower 60/40 tax rates on gains. Now, I know a lot about this because of my financial planning stuff, but we'll cover this in the future after we get going. And also has a no 3,000 capital loss limitation per that section of the code. So let's get into the exciting stuff. How are these guys done? You can actually go to this link right here. I'm actually going to go to it live right now, and you can see what they've done. Now, the company and the owners, again, were very careful because the stability and reputation and the history of their company is riding on the line. If they don't want somebody come in here that's not tested, proven, is real aggressive, it talks a big game and loses everybody's money. During the first 9 months of trading, from September last year, the FX Blue, which is third-party MT Stats site, gained over 500% on a live account. Now, what that means is this. You can go to the site. I'm just going to go on it right now live and show you. This is really all you need to show people because this is documented, audited, and real. So in the 283 days since they've been tracking this particular account that we're going to be in, weekly, monthly, this is a huge one, the profit factor. And, all you got to do is really tell people, say, it's over 500% return. It hasn't even been a year, blah, blah, blah. This is really the big slide to show people, obviously. So if they can do that and it's documented, and when you hear this guy talk, the trader, we can't mention his name, and I don't really even want to know his name, but I do. but I don't want, and I understand why, but trust me, this guy's been sought after by a lot of different people for a lot of different years, and these guys finally closed him on doing this deal. That's pretty exciting. So that's where you can go and actually look day to day as it's updated, you know, over all the different stats. Pretty exciting. What's interesting about that is that, now, you mean I didn't really, these people that experienced this return didn't even have to really turn it even on their computer? That's correct. And you mean to tell me that I actually can turn this signal off anytime I want? That's correct. I can turn it back on. Now, you wouldn't want to do that, because let the guy that knows what he's doing make you money, right? I can take money in and out of my account anytime I want. Yes, because it's your own private account. It's your account with your name on it, nobody else's. Are you as excited as me? Here's some FAS trading examples. And, you know, again, this slide was put together because, let's face it, it gets kind of crazy. But if you really, really tone this down, you know, under promise and over deliver, if you really do that, these numbers are staggering, even dumbed down. So a $200 account balance at these these average monthly rates shows, you know, a 1.5 a year amount of money. Now listen, this is the kind of money, folks, that people can get excited about, because trust me, from my experience of doing financial planning for years, most everybody's broke. And if they had a way to where they could really make, they need to, they're older, they haven't saved any money, they got to catch up, and there's no way to do that other than they don't have the time on their side. Now they have to have a return like this to catch them up to get where they want to be. Here's an example with a $2,000 and a $20,000 account. These are really, really toned down. You know, I know for sure that sometimes this can be made in a day. This can be made in an hour sometimes. So we're really saying low rate. You know, people think, well, that's not low compared to a bank, Gary. I said, trust me, for a Forex market, this is very conservative numbers that you're looking at here. So how exciting is that? Business advantages, one of Sheila's favorite slides. No purchase necessary to sell the FAS subscription service to preferred or retail customers. So people that have nothing to do with MLM are going to want to get in this. Pretty much everybody that wants to save money is going to want to get in this. And they can do that for only a one-time $20 fee. It's available internationally through iPayout, an e-wallet already done, set up, ready to go right now. Full 7-day money-back guarantee, we covered that. Affordable, $89 up front, $69 a month. Everybody can do that. If they can't afford that, they can start for free and build up to it, right? So it's really something for everybody. 6 ways to earn income, 24/7. We talked about that. So that's a pretty exciting part of the deal. Wow, we have a lot more people on the webinar. I just glanced over. The FAS service advantages. The trade copier executes trades. Now this is kind of set up for if you're a broker, you want to understand some of this, but I do want to cover some of this. It executes trades on the Euro, USD, and so forth, and other major currency pairs via a window dedicated server. Trades are executed directly to your broker platform in milliseconds with an instant execution. The guy says, I want this trade, boom, it's in your account, done, you're trading it as well. You can change the risk setting to whatever percentage you want, up to 200%. I don't recommend that. You can also set this up with a demo account if you don't believe any of this and you just want to see what he can do, right? With no money. Of the master account if you want, and you can receive 100% of the same results as the master trader on a percentage basis or smaller. So you can, pretty exciting stuff. Here's some other stuff that's pretty important. The stop losses and all that we'll talk in a second. So the master account on a percentage or a smaller percentage if you want for smaller risk reward ratio regardless of your account size. You do not need to purchase a VPS, virtual private server, because that's included in this deal, folks, for $69 a month. You do not need to have a trading platform or computer running to receive copied trades like I do sometimes, like every day for some other stuff. You don't even need to turn your computer on. You can go to New Zealand for 2 months, come back and just see how much is in there. How about that? Pretty exciting stuff, right? Now, this is kind of important for those of us that do know about trading. You can execute your own trades at the same time, at the same, in the same account. You can turn off the copier by contacting support. Bull or bear markets, both can make you money. You know how it works. No need to worry about the minimum account size to participate is only $200. That's for a live account. Maximum stop loss is used on every trade, normally 35 pips or less. Watch live performance in real time through your own MT4 platform account login, so you can sit there and watch what he's doing and see when he gets in, when he gets out, and do all that kind of stuff. Now, if you get greedy and get in there and try to double up on his trades and stuff, you're taking a lot of risk in your own hands. We're going to talk, and I'm going to train on a lot of that stuff on let's just make some big money. And now that this is just the trading, wait till you see the comp plan. Okay, what I'm going to really try to encourage strongly people to do is take half their commissions at least and throw it in their trading account. Beef that baby up, right? Automated risk management to maximum growth and reduce risk no more than 2% for any size account. It works with any broker that offers this platform, and there are hundreds literally. Works for both demo and live, as we mentioned before. Now, this is pretty big for the average person because you don't have to do anything and think you don't have to know anything. People really love that. They go, I don't know anything. I can't even spell Forex, but I want to make money. No difficult trading decisions, all done automatically. No emotional, that's a big one. The no MT4 trades, Station 8, NinjaTrader, and other charting services or any kind of knowledge is required. No wasted time and effort. Trading will commence as soon as the trade copier is set up, which takes everything you're done in 15 minutes. No setting up charts, indicators, oscillators, or any other tools usually required for trading. No setting up stop losses and watching your computer day and night. Setting your telephone to wake you up at 1:15 in the morning. Ha ha ha. Yes, I've done that. You no longer worry about the stop losses will hit before the market goes in your direction. You don't need to know anything about trading Forex in order to benefit from this service, folks. Now, this is a big one. This is not a money game. When you purchase a subscription with us, you're paying for a real service that includes real Forex signals that are automatically traded into your account via the trade copier program. It's not a Ponzi. Neither this company nor the master trader has a physical access to your funds in your account. They're your account, and with your money's in your own account, right? Therefore, whatever you deposit into your account, it's not shared or paid out to any affiliates. Not a pyramid. As FAS subscriber, you are not obligated to refer others. You can just benefit from it yourself. However, if you do choose to refer, you're going to be fairly, I say we got to change that word, Sheila. How about unbelievably greatly compensated on all the qualifying sales? It's not a high yield or HYIP. Specific returns are ever guaranteed. It utilizes real Forex signals and trading, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But compared to, one guy told me, he says, well, I'm in a binary thing where I make 12% a minute or 12% a day. This thing only pays like 10 to 20% a month. And I said, listen to the words that just came out of your mouth. Did you hear what you just said? How much do you get at your CD at the bank? 0.9 a day? No, a year. And I go, okay, got it. Let's come back to reality of what we really have our hands on here, folks. So, why choose this trade copier? I have a lot of experience with trade copiers, and I've researched all of them and this one. Our master traders team sets up the subscriber's trade copier with your selected risk perimeter. In other words, the amount of risk you want to dial in. Our master traders team does all the hard work of researching and testing hundreds of trading signals and copiers. The master traders team only focuses on one master account and constantly monitors all trades in real time. You don't have to worry about it. Our master traders team utilizes strict money management rules to ensure capital preservation over profits. That's why IRA money might be good here. Our master traders team only trades the system live using real money, so they have their vested interest in winning. And the master traders team uses targeted manual trading methods to maximize potential profits and so forth while minimizing the losses. In summary, everything from setting up the copier to monitoring or modifying the trades to handling customer service is all done for you. You don't have to do anything. Boy, people like that. So let's cover this part now, and we'll bring Sheila on to talk about the comp. But the trading methods summarized. Now, this is really for you guys that trade, like for guys that are actually into the trading. I'm not sure I want to spend the time to go over this, but if you do trade and you read this, you will like what you hear. I will promise you that. So Sharper Minds Plus was able to secure the services of the master trader via a semi-exclusive contract. In other words, he trades for different people, high-end people. So you will get peace of mind in knowing that this is a real professional Forex trader, monitoring every trade, right, that goes through the copier. The professional trader is well respected in the trading industry profession and whom's traded Forex since 2000 and previously only managed the funds of qualified professional clients for institutional partners in the Forex market through a hedge fund that exceeded 8 million. Our master trader has over 20 years of stock and 10 years of options and has had thousands of subscribers globally due to his conservative yet consistent style of, conservative. Gee, I'm sorry, I only got double digits a month, right? All of which are we're all going to benefit from. Pretty exciting. So dare to compare the pricing. Now, if you want to set up this on your own, it's a lot more expensive to have all the pieces. Ours is $69 a month. So we're going to, I know people that actually are with other trade copiers and try to do this themselves. We're going to get all of them. And it's a binary, so the sooner you get in and activate, the sooner they're all going to go underneath you. You know the deal. So is it right for you? Well, I think it's right for pretty much anybody that wants to save money. If you're not a recruiter or not an MLM person, it's perfect for you as well. Have you ever lost your shirt trading Forex? My hand is going up in the air. But didn't give up because you really know that people make money, right? A lot of it. I have a house in Montana, like a summer home, winter home, whatever. And the guy down the street was 31 years on Wall Street, and he's got quite the place up there. He makes $1 million a month trading for a hobby, for fun. I've been at his house and watched him. Of course, my next question was, what I got to do to get you to do this for me? He said, one thing I've never done, Gary, I'll take you to lunch, I'll take you to dinner, we'll go hunting and fishing together, but I don't ever have anybody else's money under I said, but I'd be willing to lose it. Come on. I tried everything, but he wouldn't do it. You have the benefit of that now with us. Have you ever had any experience in trading Forex and tend to think it's, to avoid it because you think it's just too risky? Are you confused by the technical stuff? Do you know the difference between support and resistance breakouts? Fibonacci lines? Do you know all that stuff? Are you seeking a safe alternative to traditional Forex with less risk? Would you like to stop guessing which direction the markets are headed? Have a guy do it for you, right? And most importantly, can you afford 89 bucks to start it up and 69 a month and at least 200 in a trading account if you want to go live? Well, if you've answered yes, this is for you. That's right, for less than 300 bucks. Now, who do you guys know, and gals on the call, who do you know that needs this, first of all, and who do you know that for less than 300 bucks can completely get this set up for them and walk away and have it make them money? How exciting is that? Income disclaimer. You've read this before. We can't guarantee you're going to make any money because we can't guarantee you'll do anything. That's the way I always say it. So the compensation plan, now we're in for a real treat. Everybody, Sheila McNeil, huge 20-year plus veteran, built organizations of over 100,000 people. She lives in New York, and I don't know how old she is, but she sounds about 21. So there you go, Sheila.
Thank you.
So go for it.
Okay. All right, everyone. Welcome to the presentation. And yes, I'm excited. So on this slide, I'm basically saying, how would you like to be able to turn an $89 startup into $1,474.20 a month? And that's based on a 97% failure rate. Okay, that's if you do not do 100% of what I'm going to show you. So some of these numbers may seem astronomical because it is a 5-figure monthly projection, but I think a lot of you would be very, very happy with an extra $1,400 a month. And I'm saying that it can happen in 12 ... And the ... you can put the time frame behind that because we'll have teams that may do this in 12 weeks, and we'll have teams that'll do this in 12 months or any cycle of 12. All right, so FX Auto Signals through Sharper Minds Plus, of course, we offer 6 ways to get paid. We have retail customer bonus, fast start bonuses, fast start coded bonuses, preferred customer bonus, 2x-infinity binary bonus, which I'm most excited about, and we have a 2x-infinity binary matching bonus that pays out on 5 generations. And by the way, we have a 30% binary, which you're going to be hard-pressed to find that with any other company that not only has a virtual service, but also physical products. And I'll explain more about that in the next slides. Of the compensation plan, we have a retail bonus that pays out $20 per month for every retail customer that you directly refer, okay? There's no limitation on that, no cap. If you refer 10 retail customers, you'll earn $200 a month. You refer 100, you'll earn $2,000 a month. So there is no cap on how many retail customers you can refer to FX AutoSignals, because there will be people that you approach about this opportunity that will only be interested in the service itself and will not want no part of the network marketing part of this, which is fine. Retail customers, by the way, pay $89 a month, not $69, just so you know. No volume goes into the binary on this. This is a straight one-tier plan for our retail customer bonus. Next is Fast Start bonuses. Okay, you can earn $15 to $30 on every affiliate you directly refer. Okay, so when they get started for $89, a commission of $15 to $30 is paid out. That's paid out directly, okay, and that's paid every week. As a matter of fact, everything is paid every week. I'll explain more about that later. We also have Fast Start coded bonuses. Now this is pretty exciting. I always like to use the example of Excel telecommunication that had people earning 7 figures a month with just a 50-cent to $1 coded bonus. Okay, so ours pays $5 to $15, so you can imagine the potential. All right, and that's going to pay it on every affiliate you directly refer and their first 2 sales to infinite levels deep. It's divided into 3 codes. I'll explain more about that later. Now we have a preferred customer bonus that pays out $16 per month on every preferred customer. Excuse me. What's the difference between a retail customer and a preferred customer? Well, essentially, a retail customer is saying, well, I may just want to try this month to month and not be obligated to be on a monthly subscription, whereas a preferred customer says, yes, I don't mind being on a monthly subscription. And the difference is also that a preferred customer will pay $69 a month, the same rate as an affiliate, for access to the service. So every preferred customer that you refer, you'll be paid $16 per month. And again, that is also paid out every week. Our 2 by Infinity, aka binary plan, pays 30% on every 40 CV. Okay, so every $69 subscription puts 40 CV into the binary. And it's a 1-to-1 binary. So every time you have 1 sale left, 1 sale right, on the left leg and the right leg, you'll be paid $12. Okay, the binary caps at 50,000 per week depending on your rank, and we have 6 ranks, which I'll go over shortly. And lastly is our 2 by Infinity matching bonuses, okay, which, as I said earlier, pays up to 5 generations at up to 25% in total. Okay, this is based on your enrollment tree affiliates, meaning the people that you sponsor and everyone beneath that is part of your enrollment tree, and you'll get up to 5 generations of matching bonus. All right, here are the ranks, and here are the caps on the binary. Okay, I'm just showing them annualized. I will show them broken down into a weekly because everything pays weekly. Excuse me. So starting out as an affiliate, the potential is up to $52,000 a year, all the way up to presidential at $2.6 million per year. You decide where you want to go in this paid plan. We'll show you how to do it with training calls, but it's very exciting. All right, so here's just a breakdown, a little chart to show you potential. Okay, the math is very simple. Again, you're making $20 per month on all retail customers that pay $89 a month for the subscription. So as you can see here, it's pretty self-explanatory. Again, there's no limit on the amount of retail customers that you can directly refer, and you'll be paid $20 a month for each and every one of them. Fast Start bonuses. Okay, this chart kind of breaks down the Fast Start bonuses that you can earn. Now, this chart goes hand in hand with the Fast Start coded bonuses, aka the Infinity coded bonuses, because your coded rank, or coded level, excuse me, not rank, your coded level, which can be a silver, gold, or platinum, will determine how much extra money that you'll earn on every $89 initial order. Okay, so as you can see here, on your first and second sale, you will make $15. Okay, Fast Start bonus from the $89 subscription, okay? And that's paid out every week. Once you've made your third and fourth sale, you'll now make that same $15 plus an additional $5, okay, per sale. So that totals $20. When you've sponsored your fifth and sixth sale, or once you've made your fifth and sixth sale, you'll now be paid $25, which is your $15 plus your first $10 code on each of them. So that totals $25. And once you've made 7 or more sales, you'll get paid your regular base $15 per sale plus an additional $15 from the code. So it means you're making $30 on every direct sale from your 7th sale on, and that could be some nice money coming in every single week. Okay, coded bonuses, just as I mentioned in the previous slide, very simple because it's always based on 2 sales to get you to the next code, okay? So the coded sales start with your third sale, okay? So you'll earn $5 on sales number 3 and 4, and $5 on their first 2 sales, and their first 2 sales, and their first 2 sales to infinite levels. And don't worry, I have a chart to kind of break this down so you can visualize it. Once you make your 5th and 6th sale, you're now in the $10 code, which means you're getting $10 from the first 2 sales of everyone in your coded legs to infinity. And then once you've made your 7th sale, you're now making $15 on the first 2 sales of everyone in your coded legs to infinity. Pretty exciting because it doesn't cap out. It pays forever. Okay, so now we have Fast Start overrides. Yes, we pay overrides. In case people were wondering, well, if I'm a platinum and I'm making $15 a sale and I sponsor a silver member, right, and they're making $5 a sale, what happens to that $10 difference? Well, guess what? It goes to you. Okay? So when you every new person that you sponsor, once you become a platinum, their first 2 sales in the code, which is actually their 3rd and 4th sale, is their silver code. So they're making $5 on those first 2 people to infinity, and guess what? You're going to make 10 on those same people to infinity. This is why this gets very crazy. Now you'll make a $5 override on all of your gold level affiliates, okay? And if you're a gold, you make a $5 override. And that's just incredible money that can pay out. I mean, it really becomes astronomical. Okay, so I was saying before that I would show you a chart breaking down the codes. Well, here they are. Silver, gold, and platinum codes, $5, $10, and $15 to infinity. This particular chart shows a duplication of 2 people down 12 levels, or generations, however you like to refer to it as. Okay, that's just saying 2 will get 2 will get 2, and this happens 12 times. Okay, so 12 levels deep. In the silver code, you see the potential here. Of course, this is a perfect world, and we know there is no such thing in a perfect world. But in a perfect world, you would earn $40,950. Now remember, this does not stop at 12 levels. This can pay to your 20th level, to your 100th level. At that point, the numbers would be so ridiculous I couldn't show them on the chart. But that's just the silver code. At the gold code, now you're making double. You're making double the money. Now you're making $10 on everybody. And then once you reach platinum, you're making $15 on everybody's first 2 to infinity. So those numbers can get pretty crazy the deeper you go in your organization. Now remember, these same people are also falling into your binary. Do not forget that. Okay, the same people in your code are also going to fall into your binary, so you're actually going to get paid off of them twice. Keep that in mind. Preferred customer bonus, this is just like the previous slide that everyone saw with the retail customer bonus. So same type of structure, okay, where you're getting paid a flat rate per customer every single month. In this case, your preferred customers are paying $69 a month, not $89 like your retail customers, and you're going to make $16 a month on all of your directly referred preferred customer subscribers. Okay, and this chart just shows you an example, again, of your monthly, weekly, and annual potential depending on how many preferred customers you think you can go out there and get if you're interested in that part of the plan. Okay, so this is the most popular, other than the coded bonus, is our binary. You know, you will find some people love binaries, some people hate them. You know, once I understood how to build a binary, I made the most money I ever made in this industry, okay? Binaries are easy if everyone understands. They just got to get 2 and duplicate that. Very simple. People try to overcomplicate things. I'm not one of those people, and we will have training on this, okay? But anyway, as I stated earlier, this binary pays 30% of the CV, a $69 sale of the subscription for FX AutoSignals pays a $40 CV into the binary. And again, it's a 1-to-1 binary, not a 1/3, 2/3, or you got to have 6 on one side and 6 on the other, create a cycle. No, it's a 1-to-1 binary. These are my favorite binaries because literally, if you have a power leg that's going, every other person that enters on that opposite leg creates a paycheck for you. And that's what kind of binary we have right here with FX AutoSignal. All right, and here's just another summary, if you will, of a potential right here. This is showing that if you had 2,400 CV on your weak team, which is your pay leg, and you had 4,000 CV on your strong leg, then you're going to make 30% of the CV on your pay leg, your weaker team or the lesser team. And in this example, this would be $720. And this could be weekly or this could be monthly, you know, depending on how you build your organization. But, you know, it just goes to show you the potential. Okay, and again, our binary caps at $50,000 a week. As long as you're on active auto ship every 30 days, it will not flush. Okay, all right. So now this particular slide, I put this in here because a lot of people have asked me, well, how many you know, subscribers they would need to have on their pay leg, okay, in order to reach the maximum binary potential. Now this shows the rank on the first column to the left, affiliate to presidential. The next column shows how many people you need to actually sponsor to attain these ranks, okay. As you can see here, you can go all the way up to senior with just 8 directs. And at the senior level, you can make $10,000 a week in the binary. That's over $500,000 a year. That's CEO income, okay? And all you need to do is refer 8 people to an opportunity that may be looking for an alternative to a, you know, savings account, okay? So thanks for highlighting that, Gary. So, you know, you can go as far as you want to go with this comp plan. Now, we're just talking about base binary income. We haven't even shown you the matching bonuses yet, but this is the potential here. So now, if you look over to the 4th column from the right, basically, I think it's the middle column or just about where it shows 40 CV, okay, that's just based on everyone on a FX AutoSignal subscription, just one subscription, okay? Now, depending on your rank, again, will determine how many people or affiliates, affiliates you would need on your pay leg to reach the maximum earning potential of that rank. So for example, as you can see as an affiliate, if you had 334 subscribers on your pay leg, you will hit that $1,000 per week cap at the affiliate rank. So 334 people would earn you $52,000 a year, and that's just, again, we're not counting matching bonuses, we're not counting coded bonuses. This is just base binary income. So it doesn't take very big numbers, especially with a service of this caliber that we're offering that's so unique. And the rest of this chart here is pretty self-explanatory because it tells you how many affiliates you would need on your pay leg to reach the binary caps according to your rank, okay? And again, we do have other products, and soon we'll have other services available, and you may have people that order more than one thing, and that will reduce the numbers that you need on your pay leg significantly. Here's a nice little example. A lot of companies like to use this example. You know, in the first column where it says level could represent 12 weeks, 12 months, or however long it takes for you to build down 12 levels. Remember, a binary pays forever, infinitely deep, okay? But just to keep it simplistic, I'm showing the binary building down to a factor of 12. In this example, everyone that has just one order, basically that could just be the FX Auto subscription. If you build a team of 2 who got 2, who got 2, and so on, till you got down to the 12th level, okay, you would be earning in a perfect world, $49,140 a month. But what if 97% of that did not happen? What if 97% of that did not happen? You only had a 3% success rate. Would you be happy with an extra $1,474.20 every month? Remember, you're only spending $69. Well, now you can actually take that out of your earnings. But would you be happy with that kind of income coming in every single month, okay, on autopilot? So that's the purpose of this slide, to show real-world examples, okay? No one's going to build this structure 100%, but 3% of this, I think, is very realistic. And if it took everybody a month to get 2 people, then in 1 year, you would be looking at that kind of monthly residual income, and you could just go across the board and see that if people ordered more than one thing, your income just skyrockets. And again, remember, you know, a binary pays forever, and of course your rank will determine how much you can actually cap out per week. But this is just a hypothetical, okay? We can't make any promises or guarantees. It just shows what is possible, okay?
Sheila, if I could, I just want to
yes.
interject one thing on this slide, and that is all these numbers that you're seeing, not only you need to look at the 3%, we're saying 97% of the time it doesn't work like we're saying, but 3% it does. That's pretty realistic and pretty big. But here's the deal, folks. This is something that people are not going to drop because it's making them money every month. So the persistency and the, there's a couple words I could use, but I won't just yet. But the persistency level and the retention factor is off the charts with this comp plan because of the nature of just this one product. If a person is going to be getting these signals and they see this money being made, they're never dropping their $69 a month. I hope you're catching that. So go ahead, Sheila.
Okay, thanks. And that was a very good point that Gary made, because we are expecting a large percentage of retention, whereas in other companies it would be just the opposite. It would probably be that much in attrition. But our product is money that's making you money, if I can use that term loosely. Okay, next slide, Gary. All right, so now I like this chart. Why? Because so many times people ask me, what do they need to do to earn a specific amount? You know, everyone's not the same. I could talk to 10 people and I'll get 10 different answers if I ask them how much they want to earn every month to be comfortable. Okay, for some people, $1,000 a month and they're ecstatic. Other people, they're used to a certain lifestyle, they need $20,000 or more a month. Well, this chart summarizes just your binary income, okay? Again, I'm just dealing with the base income. This summarizes what you need to do and what kind of organization you need to have in order to achieve these incomes. So, for example, if you want to make $504 a week, and that's just, you know, roughly, okay, whether it's 500 or 510, I just say 504 to keep it simple, okay, which is about $126 a week. You only need to have 2 people sponsored. That's it, one left, one right, and you got to have 42 people on your pay leg if they're just ordering one product or service that we provide, okay? You need 42 people on your pay leg. You do that, and you'll reach that goal of $500+ a month, okay? So very simple. So you can follow this chart all the way to the bottom, okay, to the last row, which is $200,000 a month. Yeah, there are some people in this industry, that's the amount of money they need to maintain their lifestyle, okay? And you just go across to the columns that shows 1 order, 2 order, or 3 orders, but most popular will be the 1 order because we'll have many people just starting out with a subscription, okay? And it shows how many people you need on your pay leg, okay, to reach these incomes. I mean, look, 834 people on your pay leg is $10,000 a month. That's 6 figures a year. I mean, there's so many people that don't earn that right now. The median household income in the United States is around $52,000 for a family of 4. And the only thing you would have had to have done is sponsored 4 of them direct with at least 1 on the opposite leg and just let it go. Build that team, and you would be making $10,000 a month just off binary income, okay? So that's what this chart shows. Okay, so now we get into the 6th and final way to earn income, which is the generational matches. Your rank will determine the amount of income that you earn in matching bonuses on your enrollment tree, okay, per generation. So as you can see, a director is only going to get paid on one generation. And if you recall from the previous slide, a director means you have to sponsor 4 people. That's it. You sponsor 4 people, you're now a director. You're also qualified for the coded bonus at director, okay, at least the first coded bonus of silver. And you're making 5% match, okay, on generation 1, okay? So that's pretty self-explanatory. When you hit manager, that only requires you to sponsor 2 more people. So when you sponsor 6, you're a manager. Now you're getting 2 generations of match, 6% on your direct people, your directly sponsored people, and 4% on the people they sponsor. Again, this is according to your enrollment tree, not spillover in the binary. Very important that you understand that. It's from the people that you sponsored down. That's what this is applicable to. Okay? At senior, now you're getting paid on 3 generations. And notice that with every rank increase, not only do you get an additional generation of pay, but your percentages go up. See, look, from director to senior, you went from 5% to 7% on your generation 1 people. So you just got a 2% raise. Okay? Now your generation 2, you're making 5%. Your generation 3, you're making 3%. At executive, now you're making 8% on your directs. Okay? And now you're getting paid on 4 generations. I mean, this is very, very exciting, and we'll show you some examples of how these numbers can add up, okay? And finally, the creme de la creme, the top rank in this company, presidential, you're making 5 generations of payouts. When you add up all those percentages, it totals 25%, okay? So, thanks, Gary. So that's what I hope that many of you that see the potential with the opportunity, that you all strive to be presidentials over time. Okay, so here is a quick little example, okay? In this example, this assumes you found 5 people that were interested in spending $69 a month to make some very good money. I'll just leave it at that. Let's say above average returns on average based on our historical performance. You find 5 people that want to tap into an automated trading system like ours. And then they duplicate this down 5 generations. So they find 5, and they find 5, and they find 5. Okay? Now, another thing, a segue to that I want to say is that we will be providing training, and we'll have tools and postcards and ads that you can use on the internet and all kinds of stuff to help you achieve this goal. So it will not be difficult, trust me, because we truly have no competition in many, many respects. Okay. Now, that being said, in this example, if you were simply a director and you referred 5 affiliates, and those affiliates eventually earned $60 per week. Now, what does it take to earn $60 per week, which is $240 a month in our company? It takes 20 people on their pay leg. That's not a very big team. They have 20 people on their pay leg, okay? They're making $240 a month. Now, I know no one can quit their job with $240 a month, but I hope you're seeing my point here. I'm using this example with very low binary income numbers. Okay, so your match as a director would be an extra $15 a week. So it almost covers your auto ship at that point. You know, you're short $9. But as you can see, depending on your rank, your matching bonuses will increase drastically. In this particular example, you've built an organization of 3,905 affiliates, and your matching bonuses would cap out at $3,507 per week, assuming you were a presidential, or any number in between that, okay, whether it's an extra $1,000 a week or $500 a week, it's extra money that you're making. Now remember, by the time you're making this in matching bonuses, your binary bonuses is probably around 4 to 5 times this amount, okay? So this is in addition to your binary money, and that's very, very exciting, okay? We actually have a spreadsheet calculator that you can play around with the numbers and see the potential, and this is going to encourage you to work with your team. Okay, this is a team effort to get these matching bonuses going. You want to have people excited and motivated. So again, we'll be teaching people on how to do that. Okay, as we approach the end of this presentation, I managed to work out a very special situation to present a limited time offer where, again, you don't have to use it, okay? But I believe in giving lots and lots and lots of value. So for your $89 startup, I made arrangements with a veteran trader by the name of Doug West to give everybody his simple option strategy course, which he sells right now for $197.77 on his website. It's truly a $400 value. And the next slide, we'll talk a little bit more about Doug, but as you can see in these bullet points, if you do have an interest in trading options, this is one of the easiest video courses you will find on the internet. I mean, when I say it's simple, a teenager can go through these and learn how to start trading probably in 2 to 4 weeks. So you'll learn how to, take a little bit of money, let's say $100, and turn it into $500 in a matter of days. He has trained thousands of students how to do this. It's a life skill, okay? And again, this is just a bonus, okay? You can use it or not. It's up to you, but we're giving you access to it because you may want to learn a new skill. You're going to be making a lot of money here, and you have to do something with that money anyway. For $89, okay, you have to create a broker account, and if you don't know where to go to for that, our team will have lots of materials on that, so don't worry about it. And you have to complete an MT4 form. That's something that's going to be available in your back office, and it's just going to ask you for your MT4 login details. The trader will need that in order to connect your MT4 to the Trade Copier platform. And that's pretty much it. With that said, Gary, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and thanks for having me on the call.
Thanks, Sheila. Great job. We have all the pieces ready to go, folks, for you. All we need to do now is just hook up to the Trade Copier, activate your spot. We'll be doing lots and lots of short videos to explain lots of stuff. As some of you know, that's kind of what I do. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.